Yeah, okay. Well, it's one apiece there, Matt.
Yeah.
And, I mean, it was nice to see this. It's always nice to be the one to get the first goal.
Absolutely.
And I brought
Beautiful
some
goal.
momentum. It was. And that being said, the Storm retaliated with another beautiful goal.
Yes, yeah.
He picked, I forget who it even was now. He picked it up down at the Storm Blue
Yeah.
zone and just fancy footed it all the way down here to come around and a backhand onto the
Yeah.
the right side.
Yeah.
Just
Yeah,
like-
a bit of a misplay by Bridgewater there. He kind of turned it over, pretty bad
Yeah.
turnover, but
Yeah.
it happens. It happens to the best of the defensemen.
I guess, yeah. If you want to give him a break.
Well, you know what? If I think he's got more leeway to do that than somebody like a Lucas Fisher,
Yeah, for
who
sure.
does that quite a bit.
Yeah, okay.
But-
All right, you win. And thanks, Catherine hearted me out there, and she got the #1 gifter right now, and Tracy's liking it. And okay, thank you, TikTok. If you want to see some behind-the-scenes stuff, you got to come over to TikTok. And there's my TikTok handle right there. And we're having a lot of fun out there, Facebook and YouTube. We're glad that you're here, but there's way more action over on TikTok, so check that out. I think overall I like the speed of this period here, Matt. And that one goal, like the Sting really, they let that one get away.
Yeah.
But I'm kind of happy with their play.
Yeah, they've been playing
they've
very
stayed
well.
on top of Guelph as much as they can.
They could tighten it up a bit. There was a few drop passes, a few just kind of out there where somebody was really out of position. But overall, they're doing really well. I like the speed of the play. There's a lot of chippiness in the corners and on the boards there. I think Wainwright probably should have gotten a penalty called for him when the Guelph Storm player boarded him into the up behind the net there. But I think he kind of screwed himself a bit there, jumping up and getting right into it with the guy.
Yeah.
So,
we haven't seen a penalty here
no,
yet.
we haven't.
But I have a feeling this one here, like you're
I
talking
think
about
they'll
right at the end there?
No, that was about halfway through the period
all
down
right.
at the other end there. But I think we'll probably see some penalties to start off the next period.
Yeah.
I think they will probably call like a cross-checking or maybe a roughing.
Well, I saw the one ref do this, so I don't know if that means
10
5
minutes,
each for
10 minute for fighting, yeah.
or 5 each. I don't know.
So they'd get you'd get a 2 minutes for fighting, and then that's like a team penalty. So that's what goes up on the board, and then that's individual player also gets a 10 minute misconduct penalty. So they can't play for 10 minutes.
Yeah. Wow.
Which, if that's your best player, 10 minutes is a long time.
It sure is.
Right?
2 minutes is a long time with your best player, but 10, wow. And that could really. I was watching. It was a series on TV. It was the House of David.
Oh yeah.
So David and Goliath and how David becomes king and all that stuff. Anyway, and the commentary in the beginning is, can the direction of one stone change the course of history? And there's your stone out there, right? You know that can change the course of the history for the Sting if that's the case and they take advantage of it. I mean, that's
just noticed the board. Yeah, we do have 2 minutes for Zach Felak, it looks like, and then whoever 21 is on the Storm.
Yeah, right.
Grant Spada.
Yeah. Okay. So that's an interesting start to a period. Already starting with the period. I mean, it's equal on both sides, but it still kind of sets a tone out there. Like, okay. And we've seen a lot of aggression going on out there.
Yeah.
Almost with like in the first 2 minutes, and then immediately after we got the goal, right? You know, and I feel like there's more coming.
Yeah, I think so. I don't mind being having 4-on-4. We've been pretty good 4-on-4 with a little bit of space opened up. I think we've the past few games. I think they play a lot better with a little more space. You have one less attacker, but there's also one less defender, right? So I think they really capitalize on the 4-on-4s. I think it's good for them. So I'm curious to see how this one will go.
Yeah,
I'm optimistic.
Tyson Doucette's out there playing really well. He seems really hungry, right? And he's been a force for this team.
Yeah.
And I'm predicting he's going to score in the second period.
Yeah, I'd like to see Tyson score. He hasn't really been too much in the last few games.
Yeah.
Yeah, he's been fairly consistent through his entire career here, because he was a rookie year 2 years ago when we were on that playoff run. He wasn't really getting a whole lot of minutes, but when he was getting minutes, he was performing well. And then as he's not really performing as well as an OA you'd be hoping an OA would.
Right. Okay.
But none of the OAs are really performing super well. Like Zach Filak, again, great player. He's been doing well. He's one of the top scorers on the team. But for a guy that's doing well in his past few seasons,
you'd like to see more.
You'd like to see a little bit more out of him. But
Lucas Fischer, captain of the team here.
Yep.
What you've seen over this season, like I think when we saw him being named as captain, I think a few. Yeah. Are you happy with him being the captain of the team, or would you still have liked to seen somebody else, like an Easton Wainwright, perhaps?
Yeah, I don't know. It's really hard, kind of as an outsider, to say if a captain's really doing well or not, right? Well, if you look at the team, right, they don't really seem like they're. Sometimes they are on and they're working together and they're meshing well, and sometimes they aren't, right? So it's kind of a weird thing, right? Because that's kind of the captaincy's job, right? Is to make sure the team is meshing well, get the guys motivated, and stuff like that. Really take charge, get the guys. Hey, if somebody's out there playing not well, then they get in there and they say, hey, you're not doing great. You need to step it up, man. You got to get in there. So
how do you motivate this team? Like how do you, if you're the, the captain, but if you're the coach or one of the coaches, are you giving a speech every day in the locker room, or are you just?
I think a speech is important in the locker room.
Yeah.
You always want to give a little bit of a something, even if it's not much, even if it's just a, hey, we got to get out there, we got to do our best, give them some pointers, give them some tips, something to think about. Something to kind of chew on to get their kind of calm the anxiety and the nerves a bit.
Food for thought, I guess.
A little bit like that. Something to focus on.
You're dealing with young minds, right? So that can be more difficult. Well, I mean,
sure.
It can be difficult to get adults to listen.
Absolutely,
never mind
absolutely.
Right,
Yeah.
And they're supposed to know better.
Yeah, and it's hard, right? Especially when you're younger, you don't have a lot of life experience. Everything is new, right? Everything's a big deal. Like we were saying earlier before the podcast, you look back, something that's absolutely the end of the world right now, you look back in 5 years, what, I was worried about that, right? But so this is all brand new, right?
The girlfriend left me.
Yeah.
I know. Devastation
sets in.
Whatever
Gets you.
But that's what's going. Who knows what's going on in there, right? But I think that's that shows like at this level, some people they do have to be pro. This is a pro level. It's a certain level of a pro.
Yeah.
But you're trying to be professional out there. You're trying to take everything that's you just talked about, and you gotta put it over here, leave it at the arena door, come in, do the job, and when you leave, you can pick that crap up and take it home with you. But right now, especially,
you gotta. This is kind of where you have to learn whether you can hack it with leaving your problems at the door and just getting out there and doing your job, right?
Yeah.
If you want to progress in the sport from here, this is kind of like a do or die.
Yeah. Easy for us to say.
Yeah, absolutely. Anybody can say that from up here with the microphone.
You can get your hockey cards. We talk about them because they're just so cool. You just look at that packaging and you just want one, right? You get 4 in a pack. You can go to Sarnia.
Looks so good you can eat them.
Right? That's the only thing missing.
Yeah, a little edible card in there.
Well, no, there used to be, in my day, you got a stick of bubble gum.
Oh, wow.
Right? In there with it. And,
back in the 50s? Oh, sorry, not quite that long ago.
Connor, come back. Go to sarniasting.com. You can get your tickets, and we want to say thank you to our friends at Hughes Intelligence as well for allowing us to do our broadcast up here in the Hughes Intelligence Canada Hockey School. Their security services. And if you're not on TikTok, what's wrong with you? Get over here. Right? You're not on TikTok. What's wrong with you?
It's bad for you.
You got a job to do. I know it pays well. Great job, Matt. Says user.
I'm doing a great job.
And there's
user 5-something agrees that I'm
Joey
doing a great
says
job.
hi. Catherine says, good analogy. I know I'm smart like that. Abby. Oh, Abby. Love it when Abby shows up. Hey, David can't stay today, but wanted to pop in and say hello. Thank you, Abby, one of our moderators. Lovely to have you. Whoops. Tapping on things I shouldn't be. What's the score?
1-1.
1-1 for the Sting.
Yeah.
That's what I always say. And Karen just showed up.
Yeah,
I don't know if
there
she
you go.
like, did she just show up?
I don't know.
Or has she been hiding in the background, making sure that we're not talking bad about Connor?
Well, we have been.
We have been.
Nothing.
Like, I just found out today he wasn't going to be here. Like, hello. Like, you need to.
He just told you today. He told me like 3 days ago.
He messaged me this morning and said, "Oh, by the way, I'm out gallivanting the planet again." And I'm, and Matt's going to be in there. Oh,
Yeah.
okay. That's
hey,
cool.
at least he organizes somebody else to come in.
I think what we should do next time is
I think we should tell him
you
that
just show
I'll
up.
just show up.
And then when he gets here, he'll be like, "What?" And I'll be like, "Oh yeah,
Yeah, sorry, you gotta go." Yeah. Or you tell him that you're gonna be off and out somewhere, so you're not gonna do a broadcast, and then I just show up and we do the broadcast.
Yeah. Oh, that'd be
a good one.
Except that Mom's gonna
Now,
rat us.
now Karen knows she's
Mom's gonna rat us
Yeah.
out. Mom's gonna rat us out. Oh, boy. Golfing. I'm supposed to talk about this.
Golfing.
Too. Golfing. Where's the thing? There we go.
She
That's
said
better.
rude.
Right. I haven't even met Mom yet.
Karen's great. I love Karen.
Of course you do. Sure, backpedaler now, because you're going to be at the house probably sometime this week.
No.
Right? Yeah. I haven't gotten invited for dinner yet. I'm probably never going.
Hey, it's a rare few that get invited to the Burke house.
I've heard that.
Let me tell you, it's
a
sanctuary. It's Connor's sanctuary. He doesn't like people coming
Well,
over.
he told me I could come over, but then he said, "But I got to check with Mom."
Yeah. I think that's a little out because I think Karen's pretty okay with people coming over.
Yeah. Okay. Well, I know where they live. I could just show up at the
There you
door
go.
like,
Yeah.
what I'm done here around 5 o'clock today. Yeah.
Yeah, there you go.
I gotta go. Then I gotta go find my wife. She does the cooking. If I cook, that means where do you want to go?
Oh yeah, there you go. Cooking's fun.
Why
Dave.
are we here? We